talk about MS-DOS. This is an operating system used in old computers, and it was very popular in the 1980s, and it was released in 1981. This operating system is used when computers look like this, and they weren't very powerful, and they use floppy drives. And in case you didn't know, MS-DOS can be installed using floppy drive. There are three of them because a floppy drive can contain very much information. MS-DOS is very simple. It's based off a command line. In fact, it is a command line, sort of the command prompt, but the command prompt is actually based out of MS-DOS. It looks like this. Very simple. There was no graphical user interface. You couldn't even do any. You shouldn't even, well, shut it down. You just plug the power out. If you type the exit as you would if you were using the command prompt, nothing will happen. So, and you don't get these things because this is shown using a virtual machine. And this is basically it. The reason it is so simple is because it is plain text. And the reason it is plain text is, well, computers weren't very powerful and they can only handle text and text without fonts. Because if they wanted to do anything more than that, like showing fonts, showing buttons, showing this, the PowerPoint, and they will have to tell the monitor which pixel what they wanted each pixel to be. This technique is called bit mapping. Bit mapping requires a lot of memory, and it's what GPUs are for. And that's exactly why this thing only has text without fonts, because it may have like a few kilobytes of RAM or that. And when you look at MS-DOS, well, if it's still widely used today because, well, obviously every Windows comes with a command prompt, and most people don't use it, but some still use it for well, usages that are professional, and some of the distributions even just, well, some of the distributions still use a command line today. There are loads of the distributions without a graphical user interface. This is an MS-DOS that is actually running, and as you can see, you just type whatever command that you want to type in. And most advanced commands available, like scan disk, that were like this. You can't use the pointer because, well, obviously the cursor won't show up and you can't use it. And this is completely controlled by the keyboard, and it is, well, not very helpful. However, MS-DOS is very important because Windows 1, the first graphical user interface that Microsoft released, still had to be started by MS-DOS. You start by typing in the command win, so MS-DOS was still important. And Windows 95 installation ISOs still had to be used with MS-DOS. It wasn't bootable, unlike recent ISOs. And speaking of Windows 95, Windows 95 actually came with MS-DOS. It came with MS-DOS 7.1. And when you catch Windows 95, you can see that in the shutdown options, you can see there's one called Restart this computer in MS-DOS mode, which means restarting in MS-DOS 7.1. This means MS-DOS is still very important because you obviously don't see MS-DOS here. You can't restart your Windows 10 into MS-DOS. And if you type word, the version number is will say Windows 95. But this is actually a version of MS-DOS version 7. And it is completely included in Windows 95. The reason MS-DOS is not widely used today is because graphical user interfaces obviously are better than MS-DOS because more people can use them more easily. And Windows 95 obviously became popular, and people obviously weren't using MS-DOS as often, and so the unpopularity of MS-DOS started when Windows 3 was released and graphical user interfaces finally became easy to use, and Windows 95 was especially popular. And Windows MS-DOS version 6 was ended support in MS-DOS version 6 was ended support in 2011. That's all I have to share today. Thank you for listening. Bye.